Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Today, a GMEU ladder ZVP sent to me at falconpaladin@gmail.com. Bottom left-hand corner is the Red Zerg player Newt, who we know is PengWin from a previous cast. And in the top right-hand corner is the Blue Protoss player Enpo. Hang on a second. Time to macro now. Double the Marines. I don't know who that is. I'm not very good at recognizing StarCraft 2 players from Korea. I'm also not very good at recognizing StarCraft 2 players from Europe. And there aren't very many StarCraft 2 players from America that are worth recognizing. I recognize Neeb. I recognize Future at this point. I recognize Puck. And I think that's about it. I know there's somebody I'm forgetting. Mick Monroe just followed me on Twitter. I recognize him. Puck. That's about it. I think that's going to be the list. I'm going to move on before somebody hears about this, gets really, really upset. So probe scouting here is Enpo. No big deal. Going to go gateway first here at the top of the ramp and scouting in to see what's going on here in the Zergy base. It's an extractor, and it's a pool, and it's a hatchery, and we have an overlord looking for proxies and stuff, but there's nothing to find at this point. It looks like Enpo is playing this thing as straight up as you Protossly can. There's the expansion on the way here. This is Cerulean Fall. It is known for the longer macro style games, but not necessarily always the case, as we've experienced from time to time. Sometimes there's proxies, sometimes there's two-base timing attacks on this map, and it doesn't have to go long. It just tends to make longer maps. And just for whatever reason. I guess it's a long rush distance, and that might have something to do with it. But this probe's trying to actually kill a drone, possibly, but I'm not entirely sure PengWin's going to allow this. If he does, I'm going to be very, very surprised and kind of upset by it, to be honest. But anyway, Overlord gets on up, going to scout the front and see if there's a cyber core, see if there's a gateway, see if there's really not much going on. Second pylon and second assimilator coming up inside the main base. Really boring stuff here from the Protoss, but the question of the day, as always, is what's the higher tech gonna be? The answer is, well, first of all, we're going to go ahead and throw up an Adept, so that's good to know. And then took down a Stargate. All right, so Stargate opening here. About 80% of all openings against Zerg are going to be Stargate, just because if you have a Void Ray or an Oracle, you can deal with Roach attacks and Ling attacks a lot easier than if you went for something like a Robotics Facility or a Twilight Council first. And I think that, that's it. That's what I've heard, is the reasoning for this very popular opening versus Zerg these days. It keeps you safe from early aggression from the Zerg. So yeah, are we going to see some aggression here? Surprisingly, there's no third base here from PengWin yet. There's a good number of Lings and a Queen, and yeah, at this point, the Adept's just like, you know what? No, we're not interested. Not interested in fighting here at all. Still no third, which really kind of blows my mind. We're at 3 minutes. I don't see him. Oh, it was a lair. That's your answer. He was saving up to go for a lair rather than for a third base. This might be some kind of a two-base Roach Ravager style attack, which I honestly like. I have a hard time with late game Protoss. Once they get up things like Carriers and Void Rays, and then they have some Storm and some Zealots beneath it and some Phoenix, it's really hard for me to crack. And as a result, I just would rather kill the Protoss before they get to that point. Now, Oracle on the way from Enpo. Oracle's name is Hammond, also known as Wrecking Ball. This sentient hamster got hold of a crashed Protoss ship. Hammond took it, rebuilt it, and crafted himself a new ball of death to use against his enemies. With his superior alien technology, Hammond threatened to take out Overwatch, Talon, and anyone else who stood in his way. However, Hammond's craft was still tied to the Protoss summoning network, which teleported him across space to this battlefield, where Hammond is actually only good for scouting and worker harassment. So Hammond really good in the Overwatch universe, not so good here, where he can really just scout and get worker harassment and throw down Revelation and stuff. I mean, can you kill 2 Adepts? Not if they're stacked up here like this, no. Definitely not. So Ling's going to pull on back here with an Oracle. She's moving across the map. Well, because it's Hammond this time around. Generally female, but this time we're going to call him male. And there's the third hatch here from PengWin. Was he worried about something? I don't see him being aggressive at all. I mean, he's honestly, well, there's a bunch of queens here. There's like 3 queens in the natural and 1 in the main too with the spore. He is extra prepared for those oracles and their harassment, and he's going for an infestation pit. All right. Maybe this is Swarm Host. Maybe this is a Swarm Host opening from PengWin. And honestly, you go for the 2 base, you delay the thirds and get your tech up faster and get to that Swarm Host faster than possibly the Protoss expects you to. Is he going to come in here and scout this infestation pit? I really feel like he needs to. Hey, Hammond, you going to scout this or what, buddy? Thinking about it. Thinking about it, kind of sliding his way over here. Hammond gets in, and oh, is he close enough to see it? He does! He gets the full scout off. He sees the infestation pit. Beautiful. Oh, snap. And it's a Nydus. What is going on? It's a 3-basing Nydus attack here. The Protoss does not see this coming. Throwing down additional gateways, working on charge, working on High Templar here at the 5-minute mark. Man, that's the thing. That is the thing about Protoss. Seriously. Think over High Templar and Stargate tech and robotics facility tech in the first 5 minutes. It's insane. It's really, really crazy. Zergs can't do that. They can't go for Ultras and for Broodlords and for Infestors in the first 5 minutes of the game. It's just, you never see that. It is Swarm Host. So it's going to be Swarm Host. It's going to be a Nydus network. It's going to be probably right here. I'd have to assume where the Nydus Swarm is going to erupt. And then we're just going to hit the main base with as much Nydus stuff as we can. But man, Enpo he's just ready to rock at 5 minutes, you guys. It's Zealots. It's Adepts. It is a couple of Archons. This third base, I think, is just toast. I think there's really just no saving it, honestly, unless you bring in the Swarm Host and reveal their existence. PengWin, is there gonna be a response here? I mean, a third base is coming up behind this from Enpo, and the third base is going down here for PengWin. He's in trouble, man. He is in trouble. He cannot afford just to straight up lose his third and allow a third base to go up from Enpo. And there's still an army on his front gate is the problem right now. What is he? I mean, it's got to be the Swarm Host, right? That's why they're here. It's got to be the Swarm Host. They wanted to be aggressive, but now they're just here to try to play defensively, which is hard to do. Because you can, force the recall, actually, to go ahead and try to save this third, but no, you're not going to get there in time. The third base is toast. There's the cancel. The Nydus Swarm is now coming up. Okay, so good job, Lings. Lings ran out there to force a cancel on the third and pull the army back. The army got pulled back. That was kind of a mistake, I'd say, from Enpo. He was in a great threatening position, and now he hears the Nydus Swarm erupt. It is over here, just under his main. He does not know. He doesn't know. He doesn't know where it is, but he has to assume it's somewhere around here, maybe over here, and gets back inside the Nydus Swarm, coming into the main base. Oh, that pylon would be a good one to hit. Is he going to get it? Is he going to go for that pylon? Yes. Maybe just go for the... Wow, just straight up trying to snipe this main Nexus, and he's going to get it. DPS on Swarm Host is nuts. And bam! Nydus is gone. I don't think any probes died, but it doesn't matter. Nexus is gone, and the Nydus is gone. And suddenly Enpo finds himself on one base. How did that happen? He says, what a snipe. What a snipe from our Zerg player. Another Nydus Worm coming up. Here, just south of the third base is what we're looking at. Meanwhile, Zealots dropping into the main base. Doing some work, actually. Here against our Queen. Queen gonna go down. More Queens coming up to try to deal with this. Meanwhile, the third base is not happening for Enpo at all. Meanwhile, an attack up the front from Enpo. This game is getting bonkers real fast, you guys. So the Zealots are down, but I think the natural base is just toast right now. Spore Crawler trying to kill that Phoenix, but I think, you know what, it's going to get it. Oh, some Mutas popped up, but there are so many Archons here. I don't know about this, man. He's trying to magic box them, I guess, but no. We're going to base race. We got to base race this thing for real. Taking a third at the right side position here is PengWin. Ling's getting on up. Dude, there's not even a wall. There's not even a wall here. Move up so all the Locusts can fire. I know you're probably microing back home right now, but for reals, all the Locusts need to be firing here. Every single second of their life is really important. Gonna try to kill some of these dudes, and all the Locusts do end up expiring there. So leaving behind a few units, a couple Archons and Immortals, and really I feel like this main base is just absolutely toast. Mutalisks taking down, depowering the Stargate, depowering a Warp Gate. Phoenix trying to deal with this, running away are the Mutalisks from that location. Production tab entirely empty. Zealots do defend the homeland. The main base is alive. The natural base is alive. PengWin, his income is in the toilet right now. He's got 0 workers, you guys, and 750 minerals and a base. Now, this is where Enpo recognizes, okay, I didn't kill all of the bases that PengWin has. I didn't kill all of them. He has to have one somewhere. Oh, Zealots, don't fight these Locusts. That is just free damage. All right, well, free damage it is. So, gonna go ahead and focus down these pylons. Look at this. Nom, 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 nom. Just spitting fire here are these Locusts. They might actually get the robotics facility. Well, the Mutas can help out anyway. Wow, Archon's down, getting one stab off. One stab off on these Mutalisks. Now the main base, the natural base, is entirely defenseless. Some Archons and some Zealots here in the main base, but the probe count is falling rather quickly for Enpo. He's down to 19 workers, but it's way better than the 2 that PengWin is running with right now. Holy cannoli. That Phoenix is like, hey, I'm going to kill all of you. Feasibly, I can do that. Feasibly, I can kill all of you Mutalisks without dying, but it just takes a long time and it requires a lot of hardcore micro. Archon down, the micro here by PengWin. Magic boxing those Archons so they're not clumped up, so they're not taking the splash damage, which is absolutely gorgeous thus far. Where are we? Oh, this Archon. This Archon with 28 kills, by the way. His name is Steve. Hey, Steve the Archon. 29 kills now. Bonus damage versus biological. And he doesn't have any attack upgrades. Because was there ever a forge? I'm not sure there was ever a forge, actually. Top left-hand side is being taken by a hatchery. Locust rolling on in to the main base of Enpo. Zealots, once again, Zealots fighting here is so bad for them. It's really bad for them. It is. A gateway ends up falling, and you didn't even save it. You didn't save it at all because you can't. Muta's trying to pick off. Oh, get that Immortal. Get the Immortal. The Swarm hosts are in trouble, though. Oh, boy. Get out of there. Where? Oh, this Immortal's having a field day with these Swarm hosts. Ba-bam. Ba-bam. Bonus damage versus Armored. Trying to kill that Immortal. No, protecting it is the Phoenix. These drones are mining, but there are not very many of them for PengWin at all. Zealots finally killed. Swarm host count is down to 6. A whole bunch of them were killed during that massacre, and Enpo has got to feel pretty good about that. Attempted recall. Oh, get it. Oh, nothing to get. Nothing to get there. Couldn't get the Observer. Couldn't get the Immortal. Couldn't see the Observer, in fairness. All right, so coming on in. I mean, he's got to get something done here against Enpo because it is 15 to 8 workers right now. And here's the lift, and here are the Phoenix trying to kill these Locusts. They are light, and Phoenix do bonus damage versus light. Once again, just landing, gateway down. Oh, if they could focus down that Immortal, that'd be amazing stuff. The barrier is up, the shield battery is up, but look at this not even matter in the face of Locust DPS. Shield batteries quake under the damage there. Is that a... Oh, Nydus Worm's been here for a while now. Can you go back in that? Can you hide in that? But the problem is if it dies, then you're toast. Right? Because the Nydus Worm is holding you when if you die, it's just like a transport dying. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. PengWin. Okay, well, that wasn't great. All of his workers are dead again. He's got 3 up here in the top left. This base is his salvation right now. Enpo does not know that it exists. Enpo is trying to expand to his natural base. He's sticking close to home. PengWin's the nomad right now. He's expanding to the right side, to the top left side. He's getting his spawning pool back up for the first time in forever. His creep spread could be better. I understand he's been busy with other stuff, but I don't know. Spread the creep. More vision you have in this situation, the better. The Phoenix are just absolutely crushing these mutas. Oh, see, and that's a good trick you could do, but then right, try to... The Phoenix follow you. You hope the Protoss player stops paying attention at some point. Then you dart back on the Phoenix and kill a couple of them, but... Man, if you're smart enough with the Phoenix, you can take down a lot of mutas that way. All right, another round of Swarm hosts, very possible here. The mutas are just trying to stay alive is the problem right now. Another round of Locusts, and let's go. How many is this, actually? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, oh, 15 or so, 16. Oh, boy. Immortal rocking that bottom right-hand base. I mean, I guess Templar Archives is a pretty good thing to kill. Shield Battery trying to keep it alive again, but in the face of these Swarm hosts, cannot save it. Drains a lot of energy, but it doesn't really matter in the end. Immortal here. 13 kills, trying to get recalled home. Will he make it? Nope. Nope. Too long. Too long a spell on that recall. So where are we? It's 32 to 45 total supply. 14 to 10 workers, actually. Is he keeping this? Keeping this hidden. This is it. This is what's keeping PengWin in this game. If Enpo knew this was here, I don't know that PengWin could save it, honestly. That just more Phoenix? It's just more Phoenix, man. He just wants to wipe out these mutas. He wants to kill as many drones as he can. And Phoenix are a pretty good choice for that. Once again, darting on in. Trying to do something, but the tension is just too good here from Enpo. Sure, a Phoenix dies, but that bonus damage versus light is just destroying these mutas. I mean, they've been good. They've been good for PengWin, but they're effectively becoming more and more useless right now. Not to say you just want to let them die, because if you let them die, they're even more useless. Oh, are you serious? Locust at the natural. No, are they going to get it? Oh my gosh, Locust DPS, you guys. Maybe not, though. Oh, they got it. A second before they expire. Oh. Ugh, this is so brutal. Resources lost 12,000 to 13,000 so far. Enpo has lost a couple Nexuses, been forced to cancel a couple as well. His main has gone down, which is amazing that he's still alive here. But one basing it, happily mining over here at this top left-hand base. He's 150 gas. He's going to get some more. He's going for a Roach Warren. Roach Warren, not a bad idea. Dude, I don't know about this. If you come up this way, You're effectively kind of leading the Phoenix to this location, aren't you? Is this Steve? I think this is Steve. Hey, Steve, how's it going, man? Nom, nom, nom. I'm going to take down this hatchery through the power of Archons. Look at that two-hander. Sometimes it's one-handed and sometimes it's two-handed. And what's the difference, really? I mean, every shot does the same amount of damage, right? He's just showing off when he one-hands it. Is that what it is? Oh, guess who found it? Guess who found this base? Zealots! Zealots found it. Has to actually pop Locusts to kill these guys or chase them away at the very least. And now look, they can run. And now the Locusts, oh, now they're not available. Now the Swarm hosts are not available to fire here. Oh boy, lifting that Queen to kill her, staying out of range of the Spore as best as they can. Queen down. Is it worth it to come around this backside and pick up? It is. Oh, but losing one of the Phoenix. There's the lift, and there's the kill. That's a better one. Nobody's in range of the Spore in this location. And they're not light. Storm hosts are not light, but they still take damage. And it's enough damage from these Phoenix that PengWin's in a bit of a rough spot right now. 20 to 15 workers. Maybe a natural base at some point. That'd be good, I think, for Enpo. Does he have to worry about these Locusts as much anymore? I don't know. There's only 3 Swarm hosts remaining, which doesn't seem like enough to take down an Nexus, but I could be wrong. Hey, look, roaches popping out. And never mind. The roaches got caught out in the middle of Nowheresville. It'll just take a while for a Phoenix to kill these guys, too, as they're not light, but it doesn't matter. Eventually, they will die. It's just a question of patience. These Phoenix have been 18 kills. 1 kill? Lazy. Wait, did the Archon die? What? No, Steve! Oh, Steve was injured already. Oh, Steve. Don't fight, Steve. Why would... Steve. Fare thee well, Steve. We knew you, and you were awesome, and you are dead. Phoenix just picking off some drones. Whatever, just want to keep that worker lead up. The problem is we're mining out of our main base, if we're Enpo. And, what are you even... I mean, really just making probes at this point? Long-distance mining from his natural? This game is crazy! This game is absolutely insane. I can't even... Who's even up right now? The thing is, Phoenix can't kill buildings. If Phoenix could kill buildings, then army supply would matter, and the Phoenix would be amazing. How are there 27 army supply? I guess there are 6 roaches out. 6 roaches, and man, it's just like everybody that comes out, nothing can really shoot up except for these queens. And they keep getting picked off. Natural base, well, we'll call this like a 3rd-ish that Empo's trying to take down here at the traditional. It's more of a 4th location. Sometimes it's a 3rd, but anyway, still not creep spreading is PengWin. Hey, PengWin, if you're watching this, do some creep spread, yo. You should be doing that. Templar Archives on the way. Ooh, Phoenix does get picked off. Every Phoenix that dies is really, really important here for PengWin. For Newt. Again, it makes a lot of sense if you think about it. So natural base is up for Enpo. And by natural, I mean whatever number this is, 3rd, 4th. But his 2nd base is alive. It's happily mining and has a ton of minerals in it. And there's only 3 swarm hosts available, and they can't really move out, because if they move out, then the Phoenix will lift them and kill them. So what even do you do here? You just make roaches as best you can, but again, everything that pops out there is a distinct risk. Oh, the transfuse. A distinct risk that Phoenix pick it up and kill it, but then the transfuse is real. Ah, it's incredible. Creep spread, I'm liking that one too. Nah, man, you can't lift and kill. There are 4 queens here and 5 Phoenix. Nope. That's not a number you should be comfortable with there, Enpo. So sitting at 30 workers compared to 19. 1 base to 1 base, which really should not favor PengWin at all. Should definitely be favoring the Protoss player, especially considering all the tech that he has, all the ability to produce units that he has. He's got High Templar. Does he have Storm? He does have Storm. All right, so we're going to have some Storm here. But it's pretty good against the roaches. I mean, I don't know, defensive situation, kind of weird for High Templar, but I trust Enpo knows what he's doing. Ah, the Swarm host tried to move out very sneakily, but remember what I said about getting caught out and murdered? Yeah, that happened. That happened. These Swarm hosts did some work, though. 4 kills on that Swarm host. Even lifting and killing these Locusts, just because you can. These Phoenix, man. 3 kills, 6 kills, 3 kills, 8 kills, 1 kill. All right, all the Phoenix that have been getting jobs done and getting work done are out. Okay, so the Queen's actually slow walking their way over here with these roaches to try to keep the roaches alive a little bit better. Oh, this is amazing. Look at this. You lift it. Oh, there's some storm. Walking through the storm, absorbing A lot of storm. Wow, Enpo. That went about as well for you as I think you could ever expect. Feedback on the Queens. An Archon shows up. Another Archon shows up. The Queens are actually doing well against this Air Force. I mean, there's an Immortal in production, but it's not done yet, and it's in a lot of trouble when it shows up here. I just don't know. These Queens are just boss right now. That anti-air, that range, that damage done to air targets. The probes are fleeing from this new base that was just taken by Enpo. It's all he wants to do is happily mine from this, but it's not happening at all. And this base is going to die. They're waiting on the Immortal. Where is it? Immortal's up here in the natural base. Going to go for a bit of a surround, possibly. Some probes trying to come in. That is not a good place for you guys at all. Army supply 33 to 40 in favor of PengWin. Got a lot of roaches. They don't have speed. They don't have attack upgrades. They don't have anything. It's just some Queens here too, again, with no upgrades. The only upgrade that has been done here by PengWin is speed for his non-existent Zerglings. Okay, here we go. Both sides. Archon on the other side. 2 Archons on the top side. High Templar attacking here too. Doesn't have enough energy for Storm, but trying to make it happen. Probes fighting right now. And Enpo is actually going to be able to hold here, I think, with 2 Immortals and 3 Archons. Yeah, all the Queens are dead. Are all the Phoenix dead? All the Phoenix are dead. We are just down to a straight-up ground army. 3 more roaches in production. Trying to pick off that wounded Archon, but moving it back and then puts you in the range of those Immortals guy. It's not going to work out for you, these roaches. They're trying to split up just so maybe some of them can survive. Or maybe that was just an accident in pathing. Oh, we got to the creep where he has some speed. Okay. He's actually starting to spread it a little bit here, too. That helps. That helps a lot. So 3 roaches here defending the base. I don't know about this. I don't know about this. Or does he have to long-distance mine? Enpo has to long-distance mine to throw up another Nexus at this point. That is how desperate the situation was. A couple of minutes ago, he is either in our Immortal. Oh, drones. Man, I don't know about this. Your drones are going to do anything against these Archons. This is an amazing game. This is probably going to garner an epic tag, whatever, regardless of what happens here. Oh, it's amazing. All right, so Queen down. No saving that. Yeah, the drones are just running at this point, and 4 of them managed to make it out. Does he have enough money to build? He does have enough money to build a hatch somewhere. But man, this is just tier 3 units. This is amazing. This is Archons, this is Immortals, and this is a dead lair. He's going for lair. Maybe for... He's trying to get Glial Reconstitution. Let's see if he gets it, ladies and gentlemen. That sucker is almost done, and they're not really... If the Immortals were paying attention to that Roach Warren, I think they would be able to cancel it, but no. Roach speed gets up. That might be hugely important. Suddenly, Roaches picking off these probes. Enpo doesn't have many workers. He has 8. Not that not that PengWin is killing it, but look at him retaking his natural. Oh, he already did retake his natural. All right. All right. Oh, the Roach Warren was kept alive. He can keep making roaches with the 300 gas that he has. Oh, this is amazing. This is so, so good. Creep spread happening up here somehow. Where did this even come from? I guess the Queens. The Queens was a creep spread on where the Nydus worm was, and now it's all the way up here. Somehow, some way. Are the roaches heading home to defend? Where the heck is even the army? Oh, the army recalled from Enpo. This Archon is stuck. He can get out, though. Oh, I don't think he can. You have to kill that pylon to get him out. How'd the other Archon get out? Didn't he get recalled to the Nexus? I guess maybe on this side of the Nexus, and he just went up and around. That's funny. He's getting commands to move out, and he's like, seriously, I'd love to, but I can't. I'd love to, but I can't. Okay, so Army 29 to 26. I mean, as close as you can ever make it at a 23-minute mark of any game. 3 Immortals and 3 Archons versus 12 Roaches. Another Roach in production, another base on the bottom right being taken here. Once again, Enpo in the dark about both this one and the one in the natural that has been taken. Spawning pool coming up. He's got to have to make... Well, he doesn't actually have to make another Roach Warren, does he? This one... Oh, this Overlord could be pooping creep, but no, the Roach Warren is dead. Is off creep. Is slowly dying. Is dead. Okay, so Enpo, once again, not enough money to expand. Has to long distance mine to his natural base. This army is so scary, though. There's High Templar with enough for 2 storms. Almost enough for 2 storms. Enough for 1 for sure. But it needs 140 or so to get up there, sticking at 133. So, Looking good. I mean, looking really good as Enpo in this situation. I mean, that composition against roaches is tier 1.5 versus tier 3 all the way through. High Templar, Immortals, and Archons are all tier 3 units. Roaches are fast. Roaches are sneaky. Roaches are good. Roaches have range further than the Immortals or than the Archons anyway. But the problem here is the Immortals. Immortals were created specifically because the Protoss discovered roaches and said, whoa, we need something to stop these guys. And that's where the Immortal came from. That's what's always been the case in the history of StarCraft 2, is Immortals wreck roaches. Just destroy them in a straight up fight. Now, doesn't look like we're going for a straight up fight, does it? Oh, they're recalled. Once again, that is twice in this game that PengWin has forced a recall and saved a base. Right? Because Enpo was down here. Enpo would have found this. He was killing tumors. He was following the creep. He was finding it. And he would have found it. And he would have killed it. There was no way you would save it here. So PengWin just being very smart. Forcing the recall. Coming up on in the main base. That's all he could really do. He has to kill his own Twilight Council too? To get his Archon? Wow, look at him killing this gateway. He's just mad. He's like, how come my Archons are stuck in here? This is making me upset. I'm going to kill this gateway for no reason. This warp gate. Okay, Roach Warren up. Which means more drones, which means Burrow. I don't know about Burrow. I don't know if that's all that useful. There is an Immortal out, or an Observer out for Enpo, and I'm just not convinced it's gonna... There's nothing really that PengWin can do to kill it, so meh. Roaches, man, roaches with speed are so much better. Anything with speed is so much better. Look, you can actually run away from the Archons with speed. Without speed, you couldn't do it. Where's his creep? Get back on the creep. Take a hard left. He's not doing it. He's really trying to keep the army up here in the northern section of the map and give him enough time to actually mine right now. It is 145 minerals per minute, or 1,000 rather, to 27. So he has the income advantage right now. It is not pretty, but it's way prettier than what Empo's looking at right now. And then hopping back onto the non-existent creep. Where is the creep? Here is the creep. Roach is looking good. Okay. Is this enough Roach to... Oh, the Archons are without their immortal friends. Archon does go down. Oops, Storm possibly on the high ground. See, he sees the Immortals and retreats immediately there. Also some Storm. Remember what Storm did to you last time? I'm sure he does remember. So it is 44 to 25 army supply in favor. Okay, in favor of our roaching player PengWin. But, ooh, there we go. Getting an Archon. Nicely done. Getting another Archon. Storm dodge there. Queen's coming down the ramp. Observation mode, surveillance mode up on the Observer. Burrow is done, but again, I don't think it matters. There's an Observer out. There's no detection available. There are no spores. There are no Overseers. Yeah, Spinecrawler not actually that good against Immortals. Even if you transfuse it, no. Nope. Nice patience here by Enpo. His production tab is empty right now. He is long distance mining to try to get enough money to do something, but this is kind of a last gasp right now. And the Roach is coming in for the flank. There are the Storms, but Archon down, High Templar down, a surround on the Immortals, and that is your good game. It's not even a good game, it's a rage quit out of Enpo, and PengWin is victorious here in 27 minutes and 56 seconds. Yeah, man, that was insane all the way through. What a crazy, crazy game that was. Look how injured a lot of these roaches are. These are not healthy roaches. These have taken storms. These have taken shots from Archons and from Immortals. But they got it done. Got the surround, got the flank off, took the storm, split his roaches. They didn't all take it. The northern ones did. You can tell they're more injured than the ones along this right side. And boy, howdy. 22,000 resources lost for Enpo, 21,000 for PengWin. Just an absolutely insane game from start to finish. I really, really enjoyed casting, and I hope you enjoyed watching it, because that's going to be it from me. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all / Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.